Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Breeze now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, D. Mike's 54. You're good. 5-4, ready. Not. Check safety. Under. Hey, Mike 7.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
6-man. Check curls. Check. Mike 5-4. Hey, Delta. Right there, 54.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, Murray. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
You ready? Watch my board. I got you, pop.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
No. Hey, kill.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Draw play. Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first. First down as well.
9-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy 1st down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
Prescott on 1st down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. Hey, easy. Check, 55, Mike. Tackles. Hey, kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Go. Check, Mike, 54.
Breeze now. Wide open receiver complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Ready.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Switch. 53. 55. Yeah, let's get that ball.
Now, Breeze again. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Elliott. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here go 47. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? You ready? Mike spot forward. Watch the pass.
To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go to Elliott again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Let's go.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Prescott. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, yellow lady. Check 55 to mine. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Breeze now on first down. Smith catches left side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
Kill, turn up.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go. Check 4. Easy, opposite.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Breeze on third down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Breeze now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Breeze, maybe a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Randy Gregory just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Throwing here, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Here's Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari
Cooper.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Breeze will try again on second down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging.